That's Talk Radio, KBLA, 1580 AM. Check it out. 1580 KBLA AM. 1580 Talk Radio. Progressive.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, and this track right here is the gift one of our devoted listeners presented to us.
Where you get some information, get a true education, just to know. Ooh, yeah. 1580.
How cool is that? Having a member of our KBLA delegation write us a song. Stop it! Our listeners love us and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Wouldn't want to. Thanks to Cardell and everybody else for turning on KBLA Talk 1580. We love you right black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss you. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
But I'm always curious to ask this question about actors. When you tap into an emotion, have you acknowledged that emotion as real or fake?
It's always real. I'm always looking to tell the truth. Like, how close can I get to the truth? You know what I mean? That's like every role I take, every opportunity I get, I'm just trying to tell the truth. I'm not really acting no more when I'm on screen. I'm telling the truth. You know, and I feel like in my position too, it can, I don't know, man. I get asked a lot about being put in a box. Like, you feel like you're gonna get put in a box? And for me, I feel like I play different characters. But for some reason, I feel like everybody sees me as one thing. You know, and I don't know how to feel about it. Cause I mean, even when my first acting class I took in LA, they had this exercise where it's the first day of class and you have all these actors in there. And then she sit a chair in the front of the room, boom. And she said, all right, you, come here. Sit right here. This is me, I'm sitting in the chair. Back towards the whole crowd. All right, y'all, I want y'all to tell this guy what y'all see him as. So I'm sitting in the chair, everybody's saying, bad boy, the thug, the killer. I'm hearing this stuff. They don't know me, you know what I mean? I'm hearing this stuff. And she's like, all right, stop. She's like, all right, turn around, introduce yourself. So I turn around, I'm like,
Which one of y'all niggas tried me?
yeah. I'm like, Woody, nice to meet y'all. Everybody's laughing. Turn back around. All right, what y'all see him as? Oh, he's the nice guy. He's the sweet guy. He's the da-da-da-da. But that moment made me realize people judge you before you even talk, before you even say something. You know what I mean? So before I was just picking.
This is very interesting. The whole thespian piece. Becoming something. Listen, when you're wounded, I listen to what I'm about to say. I believe that wounded people are the greatest actors. Do you understand? Greatest musicians, greatest comedians. Listen, that wound is going to cause you to perform. I know people don't want to hear it put that way. But that's what it is. You're a damn method actor in your relationship. Well, they got the money I was looking for. They might not have everything else. They might not have the emotional attunement. They might not have the spiritual acumen. But you know what? They represent a certain level of safety, and they cool enough. I guess I could get there with them at some point. I could fake it until it becomes real. Today's topic, man, psychic wounds and the spiritually transmitted disease of judgment. Do you see? In the shadowlands of human intimacy, we often mistake connection for communion, trauma for truth, and reactivity for resonance. But beneath this masterfully curated choreography of modern relationships, romantic, familial, platonic, whatever version, right, lurks this disowned force field of unmetabolized emotion, ancestral patterning, and inner exiles clamoring for resolution. That's what a relationship is for. It is for this type of resolution, a reckoning. Every relationship is a generational reckoning. Right? We do not relate, do you really love this person, or are you reenacting a wound? Is the wound the Martin Scorsese of your relationships? The George Lucas of your relationships? I know people don't want to hear it put that way. Right? We're reenacting not because we lack insight, but because we unconsciously are the wound looking for its reflection. Let me say, man, one of the greatest compliments somebody could ever give you is breaking up with you. That's their wound telling you you're not compatible. Do you know how difficult it is to break up with a narcissist? Do you know how difficult it is to break up with a codependent? Narcissistic and codependent, let's keep going. Narcissistic, codependent, AP, anxious, preoccupied, dismissive, avoid. Do you know how difficult those types of relationships are to break up? They're damn near breakup proof because they are familiar with the toxicity. Breaking up with somebody is a gift. It's typically their wound saying, hey, there's no supply here. Do you understand? This episode tonight, we're trying to explore the radical proposition that you are who your wounds say you are until you're not. A psychic wound is not merely a historical injury. It is an ontological distortion, a lens through which all perception bends. Unlike ordinary emotional pain, psychic wounds are spiritually encrypted. They do not fade with time. They replicate. They shape our syntax, the way we speak. They warp our sense of self. And they whisper their truth through our judgments, criticism, and compulsive comparisons. Right? In the language of internal family systems by Schwartz, they house protector parts who critique and condemn to defend against internal annihilation. What is internal annihilation? Your ego, your sense of self that was partly molded and crafted by your unhealed wounds. Criticism, then, may be better understood not as hostility, but as grief in drag. A desperate attempt by a fractured nervous system to stabilize emotional ambiguity. The need to judge, to categorize, to fix is not moral discernment, but the residue of a nervous system trained to appreciate pain. Do you see? Right? As Jania Fisher suggests, trauma collapses chronology, time. The body lives in a loop of unfinished sentences, right? Reaching through others for punctuation. Our partner becomes the comma or the period to our psychic rerun. Gosh. Enter the spiritual STD, criticism, right? And we're not talking about constructive criticism, right? We're talking about put downs, condescension, judgment, dissatisfaction. These are not mere character flaws, but symptoms of a contagious psychic virus, a virulent disconnection from source. As Dr. David R. Hawkins might note, these frequencies calibrate low on the scale of consciousness, perpetuating karmic inertia and obscuring the field of unified love. Judgment is not discernment. It is the ego masquerading as moral clarity to avoid its own surrender. But what if every judgment you project is merely a holographic boomerang of a disowned part of yourself? When Krishnamurti insists that to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence, he is not urging passivity, but presence. To drop the evaluative mind is to stop editing reality through the lens of past pain. Man, let me get to these callers. Tonight's topic, your wound is who you say you are. Do you believe that somebody can save you from yourself? We're going to ask this to the universe. Everybody that's listening that wants to participate, get to your phone lines. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. Again, do you really love? Are you in the process of unconditionally loving someone? Now, if you can't unconditionally love yourself, if you're still unintegrated or haven't gotten on the process of integration, I don't think anybody is fully integrated, by the way, unless you live in the Himalayas and you meditate 24 hours a day. But if you haven't gotten on the process of integration, if you haven't really committed yourself to a healing process, right? And I mean holding yourself accountable while loving yourself, while being empathetic towards yourself, while being compassionate towards yourself, while validating yourself, while approving of all the dark spaces in your spirit. If you haven't gotten on that journey, right? This is deep. Can you really say you love someone? Do you love them? Or are you just in another energetic holographic reenactment loop of past pain? That's a real question. 1-800-920-1580. Do you really love them? Or are you in a reenactment loop? Let's see who's brave enough to call in. JW, South Central, let me get you back in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you make me think about subliminal suggestion. I guess we are self-brainwashing ourselves, and we're not aware of the process, which is a deep concept, and I think that's because of external, factors. But, yeah, this is really deep, bro, because it makes me realize I have to really be a critical thinker and realize what stage am I at. And that's why I'm still single, because I know I have to still continue to work on myself. The process is slow, and I need to kick myself in the butt to speed up the process because I'm a better person than that. And so that's a truth that I just acknowledged right now. And I know we don't have much time, but you and I will chop it up in the future.
We got a little bit of time here. This is what
well, I'm all ears. Ask the question, and I will answer it. You know how I get down.
J-Dub, sometimes we get caught up on the terminology. Oh, I want to be a better person. Why not? Listen to what I'm about to offer you. Why not? I would like to be a whole person.
Complete. I got you.
Do you see? Do you see? Because oftentimes, what are we doing? We're trying to get a partner to complete us. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
By going through this process, you remember, individuation is merging the shadow with what? The mask, right? That's how you become a whole person, right? Again,
One whole unit. Two. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this is why I'm saying, if that process hasn't happened, chances are, instead of being in love, what are you actually doing? You're actually reenacting the past that hasn't been resolved. So
the insanity, right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you, JW.
I'm all ears.
If you could be honest with yourself, can you identify three aspects of yourself that keep showing up in these relationships that you know you need to work on, that you know you need to deal with?
Yes, sir. And I'm not in a relationship unless you say I'm in a relationship with myself.
I'm saying throughout all the relationships you've been through, man.
Oh, okay. Now I comprehend. Yeah. Trying to be right, thinking that I'm right based on rational, common sense that everybody would probably agree that's right. Not just my opinion, but what is normal or common sense. So I'm trying to rationalize things, and I think I overthink things, and people call me like a Funkenwagner or a dictionary or things of that nature. You know what I'm trying to say? And
so wait, slow down. Just because you got time tonight, you can slow down a little bit. So
yes, sir.
You said the one thing is you're overthinking. Is that what you said?
Yes, correct.
And then what was the other one?
Okay, trying to be right.
Trying to be right, overthinking. What else?
Yeah. I have to give some thought to that. I don't think I have an answer spontaneously other than.
But I'm saying these are things that keep popping up in the relationship, right?
Okay. How can I phrase this? Pushing the issue, correct or make the point when I'm really not being an effective communicator. You follow my point?
So when you say,
okay,
let me stop you. When you say not being an effective communicator, does that mean you don't have the words, or is it your tone, your delivery, or is it a combination of everything?
I think it's my emotions, and I get excited, emotional. That's been a problem, and I know it has increased over the years. I believe it's because of this dealing with.
So no, stay with me. Stay with me, brother. We got time. I want you to relax. You're not being rushed tonight. Relax.
Okay, yes, sir.
You said emotional dysregulation. Sometimes you get emotional. Sometimes you overthink, right? When we come forward, we're going to unpack a few of those things, all right? Man, my brother JW got South Central Los Angeles in the building. Heavy.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time, whenever news breaks, while we're on the air. It's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580, and we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. And I thank you, thank you.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Tell you it's impossible to do what you wanna do. Yeah, they will. Even some we call family try to stunt our growth too. Sometimes they do, baby. But it's all just a matter of time, waiting for your stars to align. Then the day your eyes open wide to see your destiny, what was meant to be will be. Yeah. All the people try to tell you so. Make it happen. Make it happen. You gotta see. Yeah. What your soul is telling you to be. Oh, chose to hate you and all you set out to do. Everything you're trying to do these days, they're gonna hate on you. Now we're bringing you fuel for the fire, burning right inside of you.
To be pure-minded in the Zen way, or clear-minded is a better way of translating it, is not to have no thoughts. It is purity, clarity, in the sense that your mind isn't sticky. You don't harbor grievances. You don't be attached to the past. You go with it, with life. Life is flowing all the time. That is the Tao, the flow of life. You can swim against the stream, but you'll still be moved along by it, and all you'll do is wear yourself out in futility. But if you swim with the stream, the whole strength of the stream is yours. But suddenly, as it goes, all the past vanishes, the future has not yet arrived, and there is only one place to be, which is here. And now.
Man, Alan Watts is always cooking with the rarest grease, and I love it. But my brother is on the line, and I feel like I'm trying to help my brother. J-Dub, South Central Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember the last question I asked you, sir?
Yeah, you was asking me about, first of all, I want to clarify, that was all past tense when I was trying to prove a point, thinking I was being rational based on what universal, correct, everybody would agree with. And then me always trying to go beyond trying to correct a conversation. And these were past problems. These were years ago when I was married, when my wife would always bring up.
Right, but I need you to stay cognizant of my intent for asking those questions in the first place.
Yeah.
And I'm asking those questions because after you've been through some relationships and you're a full-grown man and you've had a few of them, I'm asking you to identify some patterns, right? This is what journaling can help, right? Where you identify, hey, this is a reoccurring theme that pops up in my relationships. And I'm asking you, have you seen those? Not have you
Yes, I have.
Yes, and what are they? And you said overthinking, you said emotional regulation or dysregulation, and what else?
Yeah. And just being overbearing and trying to prove a point, you know, taking it beyond, you know. And I had always contributed that to human nature, being immature, you know, things of that nature, and being irrational.
So what did you do to reconcile those things, or are they still an issue for you?
Well, like I stated, those 3 years ago, early 90s, around when Twin Towers got hit by the planes. And over the years, I contemplated critical thinking, you know, this trying to really dig deep and trying to realize what were my faults, what role did I play, things of that nature. That's why I listen to you, because things that I have already worked through, you bring these issues up, and I realize I'm on the right track. You know, but I still have flaws.
So let me. You know, of course, you still have flaws, but what I'm saying is, this is typically. I mean, yes, at some point, at a certain level of consciousness, you can, you know, reconcile some of these things, some of these issues on your own. Yeah. But, however, I always suggest to you, brother, the therapy. You should definitely engage in a therapist, a good one, and preferably a black woman, bro.
I promise you, in due time, I will. Matter of fact, I just recently talked to my little cousin that I brought up once before. She completed, she has a doctor's degree in psychology. Now she can go to Yale, do her, what do you call it, her post, or where she actually works for 4 years in her practice.
Yes.
I thought she was coming home because I really need her to chop it up with me in person.
I got you, brother.
Anyway, I'm going to try to get a therapist, man. Real talk. I have called and spoke to Dr. Sunshine and the other sister.
Dr. Jashana. Yes, good.
Yeah.
So listen.
Sex life matters, yes.
My brother, I got to push forward. But I love you and I appreciate you for calling, all right? Thank you for bringing South Central in the building. Listen. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. The VOR is on fire tonight. Let's go.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Former President Barack Obama is urging Democrats to, quote, toughen up, end quote, after recent 2024 losses. Speaking at a private fundraiser in New Jersey, he told supporters now is not the time to sit out, but to take action. Rapper and producer Jay-Z surprised fans at Beyonce's Atlanta show, joining her on stage to perform Crazy in Love and public service announcement. The tour continues in Atlanta before wrapping up in Las Vegas. And Fort Polk in Leesville, Louisiana has been renamed again, this time back to a version of its original name. Once named after Confederate General Leonidas Polk, the Biden administration changed it to Fort Johnson in 2023 to honor William Henry Johnson, a Black World War I hero and Medal of Honor recipient. That name only lasted 2 years. The Trump administration has now renamed the base after General James H. Polk, a World War II Silver Star recipient. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Pack your flip-flops and swimsuits. Southern California's newest resort is now open. Gaylord Pacific Resort, just 7 miles from downtown San Diego, has it all. Endless ocean views, 12 incredible restaurants, and a massive water park made for play. Book your weekend getaway at GaylordPacific.com.
Hey, man. Hey, what's up, What's that station you listening to? Oh, man, you don't know? That's Talk Radio. KBLA, 1580 AM. Check it out. 1580 KBLA AM. 1580 Talk Radio. Progressive.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, and this track right here is the gift one of our devoted listeners presented to us.
Where you get some information, get a true education to know. Ooh, yeah. 1580.
How cool is that? Having a member of our KBLA delegation write us a song. Stop it! Our listeners love us and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Wouldn't want to. Thanks to Cardell and everybody else for turning on KBLA Talk 1580. We love you right black.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
no warrant, no key, privacy. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside.
Don't say a thing.
Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and Brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom
She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Alone, every night alone. Why am I alone? I know that you want me to. Am I wrong? Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I deserve all the pain that you put me through. I really hate that I give up. Pressing my line, I don't wanna pick up. We know enough will never be enough. I play hard to catch, she keep calling my bluff. Baby, diving deeper and deeper. She don't believe me when I tell her that I need her. Guess I should've stayed where I belong. Cause once you make it back to your happy home, I'm alone, every night alone. Why am I alone?
So there is only a consciousness that comes into being as we know it when there is an issue. When you are in a conflict of some kind, both biological as well as psychological. Otherwise you're not. This is very important to understand. Though it sounds very simple, it's a very complex thing. A human being is only conscious when he has some kind of issue, problem, a certain quality of fear and so on. When there are none of those, he is not conscious of himself. So consciousness is self-centered.
Consciousness is self-centered. If he not in conflict, he is not conscious. Are you? In other words, he's not aware. Krishnamurti, man. We call him Krishnahurti around here because that truth that he dropped is going to hurt every single time. We've got callers on the line. I want to get them in here ASAP because the phone lines have been a little wonky. People been calling, couldn't get through. Sorry about that. John from Mountain View, Hawaii. We love you. We love you. We love you, brother. Hopefully we can get it all together. But we do have some callers. Let's get I'm Staying on Point. LBC in the house. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, sweetheart?
What's going on, family? Just real quick. Either you're going to stay down or you're going to lay down.
Hey, please explain it to me. Stay down or lay down. Come on.
Okay, everybody has wounds. Okay, great. Stay down, meaning stay 10 toes down with making sure that you address them, or you fall victim to them. So you become wound dependent. And your wounds are in front of you, thus pushing people away from you and attracting people who like your wound. So that's your chemistry. Hey, you have the same wound I have. Let's be friends.
Wow. Or our wounds are on the same frequency and they relate to each other. Ooh.
Yes. So if your wound, if you're more friends with your wound, then how will you be able to recognize real love?
Real love becomes foreign because it's not anything you've ever had before. It's unrecognizable, and you're used to going back to your norm, even if it's toxic. Oh, I hear you. I see you cooking with the rarest ingredients right now. But my question then becomes, when do you take the voice away from your own unhealed wounds so that they can no longer speak for you?
Well, you got to take that time and sit down somewhere.
What'd you
and
say?
look that wound and sat down somewhere.
Sat down. Hey, sat down somewhere. Go on, sat, not sit down. She said sat down somewhere. Go ahead, finish cooking, child.
Sat down somewhere. Take that time, even though it hurts. You're going to cry.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take the time to unpack it, you'll come out better.
But
that way your clarity will be clearer.
No, but you cooking right now. So many people are afraid of the unpacking process because unpacking is revealing what was concealed. And oftentimes what is concealed is unconscious, so it's new to them, so to speak, and it's a frightening process to do that. How do you stay steady in that sometimes harrowing and ugly process of unpacking and dealing with in the moment in real time?
Well, for us, that was in the excellent master class a couple of weeks ago. If you stay connected spiritually, you know, you're going to be tethered to God in that cave time. I like to call it cave time.
Come on.
But if you try to do it yourself, you're going to keep sitting in your own filth.
Listen, do you know what you're doing to me right now? You're inspiring me. The work is coming through. This is reminding me of Zen Buddhism. Have you ever been in a situation where a person is trying to gauge and check your temperature to see if you're still into, connected to, or have some interest in order for them to open up? It's almost like your level of interest is the coupon that they want to redeem, right? Let me redeem this coupon. Oh, they are as interested as I am, so now I can talk. No, listen. What you're saying is really a spiritually evolved person who does not need that certainty ticket. They're going to do it because this is who they are.
Yes, indeed.
Do you see? If I want to approach you, I'm not going to let my fear dictate how I should do that. Your fear will say it's predicated on what they say next.
Correct.
Do you see? Oh, girl, you cooking. Look at what you... I'm staying on point, man. That's her name now. I don't know who named her, but boy, they named her right now. I'm staying on point. Woo, that's that Zen Buddhist quote, though. You know, leap and the net will appear. So many people won't leap into their truth because they need to be certain that there's a net there that will catch them.
That's true. And then you'll stay at the edge for a long time, wondering why you're not moving.
Oh, Lord, let me just say this. I love you, child. I'm staying on point.
Love you back.
She was on point this evening, man. Listen, guess what you just did?
I brought the LBC in the building.
LBC, you already know what it is. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We're on Complete Fire tonight. When I come forward, I'm going to Houston, Texas.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
Tavis Smiley is now ranked number 16 nationally and the highest rated talk show hosted by an African American on the 2025 Talkers Heavy 100 list of the most important talk radio hosts in the nation. Last year, Tavis ranked number 33 and the year before, number 45. The Tavis Smiley Show has rapidly expanded its national syndication to now include nearly 50 radio stations across the country and counting. Congratulations, Tavis.
Yay, yay!
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project.
Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do you do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
But we know that falling in love with another person comes naturally. You see that person, you think they're mysterious, and there's something about them, and you think, oh, I think I'm falling for this person. It takes no effort. Why is that? Because there's mystery. Why is it in long-term relationships, love can sometimes fade? It's because familiarity breeds contempt. The more familiar you are with someone, the more likely you are to have contempt for them. Well, who are you going to have more contempt for than the person you've spent every second with since the day you were born? Who are you more familiar with? So I want to say to everyone right now, if you have contempt for yourself, welcome to the party. That is a normal feeling to have with someone you've spent every minute of your life with. So self-love needs a rebrand.
Ooh. You've been running from your damn self this whole time, and you let your wound be your personal PR person. Your wound is your PR person. I'll speak for him. Listen. He likes blueberries in his oatmeal, and blueberries and strawberries. He doesn't do honey. He does agave and pet milk. You got your wound speaking for you? Christ. And let me correct this really quickly. It's not a Zen saying. Many times it is misquoted as being from Zen, but the quote, "leap and the net will appear," is attributed to John Burroughs. And again, if you know anything about Pasadena culture, John Burroughs, I think, is in Burbank, and that's a high school that Pasadena High and John Muir High, which are Pasadena schools, they're rivals, so they play against each other quite often, and the football season is coming up. And of course, you know your brother Zoe Williams is going to be back in his hometown supporting both high schools in Pasadena that represent the city well. So let me get to my final caller, Attila from Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
We cooking.
Yeah.
I really love that last clip. That last clip is dope. That's from Matthew Hussey. I don't know if it's Hussey, Housey. I don't know.
Matthew Hussey, Housey, Hosey.
I don't know.
It's
either
Hussey.
Way,
it's Hussey.
Hmm?
We're going to go with Hussey.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let's
Right?
go
Because that's how it's spelled.
Yes.
But let me just say, though, I really love what he said, because I think the focus on how much you love yourself and the amount of compassion you have for yourself directly correlates with this topic. Like, to me, the less self-compassion you have, the more your wounds would speak for you, because your wound is your inner critic, right? Krishnamurti has a really good quote, right, where he says, "To me, true criticism consists of trying to find out what the intrinsic worth of a thing is, and not attributing the quality to that thing." And it says you attribute a quality to an environment, to an experience, only when you want to derive something from it, when you want to gain or have power or happiness. So I'm like, okay, what you're saying is we feel the need to control. So we have to know the thing. We have to have knowledge and judge that thing, just like we judge our partners in order to own a piece of them.
Right.
Which sounds wild.
Or own the supply mines within them.
Right. Absolutely.
Attila, don't do them like that, child.
Well, no, I mean, it all kind of just like came together so seamlessly. But I think, like I said, even with the clips, the way that they conclude in the end with all of these topics, everything that we say always comes down to the idea that you have to do your own work.
Yes.
Right. So if I don't want my wound speaking for me, then that means I need to be speaking for me. And I can only do that through self-awareness and capacity. That's it.
Come on, niece. I know you was tired. I know it's 11 o'clock where you... Listen. Hey. Hey, listen. What did you just do, sweetheart?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. You better learn from this fire. Go on, put your hand in there and burn yourself. When Krishnamurti insists that to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence, he's not urging passivity, but presence. To drop the evaluative mind is to stop editing reality through the lens of past pain. In E Prime, which is Alfred Korzybski's creation through general semantics, think of it this way. He is toxic. Well, that becomes, using E Prime, which is English without the verbs is or to be, all right? I experience dysregulation in his presence, not because he is anything, but because I have not yet befriended the part of me that panics in his field. This is English Prime, English without is or to be. Scientists learned a long time ago, we can't really definitively say what anything is, right? We can talk about things in terms of probabilities, but we cannot for certain say what something is. Man, this is why Robert Anton Wilson said, in intimate relationships with deals with psychological wounds that many people don't even have the emotional language to frame properly, he said we should start using maybe logic. He said if people in intimate relationships would use maybe logic more, guess what? He said the world would wake up 50% saner the next day. Because maybe it's this. I'm assuming, this is E prime, I'm assuming that this is what it is. It might not be. Preface your statement with, this is how I see it from my lens, but I could definitely be wrong, right? From my limited perspective, this is what it appears like to me. Do you see? Language, as Korzybski reminds us, is not the territory. It is the map. Do you understand? It is the map. It is not the reality. And our maps are smeared with an unintegrated effect, the unintegration of self. So when you have this unintegrated self is kind of, leaving its residue all over everything. So you're not really seeing things clearly. What then is the true nature of relationality? It is not two people connecting, but two trauma fields negotiating safety. Ugh. That's what the average relationship is, man. The wounds are your wound PR is speaking to their wound PR, and they're negotiating safety within each other's fields. It is not two people connecting, but two trauma fields negotiating safety. What we call chemistry is often the matching frequency of unhealed timelines. We do not fall in love. We fall into familiar vibrations. As David Deida proposes, sacred polarity can only arise when the self is no longer weaponized against intimacy. But to drop the weapon, right? The weapon of the defense mechanism is to risk the vulnerability of peace, something many of us have never known. Perhaps your soulmate is not your healer, but your highlighter. They highlight every ungrieved loss, every part of you still waiting to be seen by you. Your damn relationship is a highlighter of what you've been running from within yourself. Lord have mercy. And until these exiles are welcomed home, intimacy will remain a battlefield of projections. As Pema Chodron teaches, suffering is the portal, not to perfection, but to presence. Listen, man, I'm Zoe Williams. I'm the voice of reason. And I just have to be honest with you. I just have to be honest with you. These conversations are going to continue to come. It's my job. I not job as a radio personality, but job as a human being to continue these types of discussions so that we elevate. Relationship is the key to not only individuation, but nirvana. I'll see you guys tomorrow.